Hi everyone. Today we continue on neovim development, and this stream we try to use LuaKit as the browser just to see how far we get and which issues we encounter. So let's start with open Google. And yeah, I think Gunfireman, hi. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Yeah, the last time I think we stopped at the global command in neovim. Yeah, we will continue. In the meanwhile, I had a look into the configuration of LuaKit and how to modify it or customize it a little bit. Yeah, I'm fine. It's a little bit late. I tried to stream earlier, but didn't get to it, so. And here we are. What are you doing besides looking the stream? Yeah. I think I will add a bookmark here. So let's add a big E as a mark. All right. Nur dies und das. Okay. So back to command line P. What's X? X command. what's the P command in X? Those of you that do not know, X was another editor. I think it was before VI. And it kind of implemented in Vim, so you can run X commands. How to search for this in help X minus P? Oh. P text. So it's put the text. So what I mean here, if the command is not set, means we set here the P command for this. But it does not matter for us here, I guess. Just need to find the right spot where we can adjust this function to be able to actually know the column limitations here. Not sure if I should pass it here directly. We have line getter and we have cookie here, which were set to null. I was struggling the last time here because this function is pretty big. Let's see. Function. 500 lines, 553 lines. Get the function or script name. So, if repeating a line in a loop, get a line from lines GA. If no line given, get an allocated line with fgetLine. Continue executing command lines. When inside an if, while, or for. For multiple commands on one line separated with continue executing command lines. So the breakpoint here. We have a visitor. So command line. Let's see with the debugger what we have in here. All right. So let's open up a terminal here and run a make. This. And when it's done, try to go at this line. And actually look into it via the debugger. Too few arguments to function global. Okay. Here. Search for this command. So here it's fine, but here we are missing the column numbers. Say column 1, column 2. Restart it. Do you actually hear the music? Okay, let's see here. Pass 1, set marks for each not matching line. Pass 2, execute the command for each line that has been marked. The question here would be, how do I know if the marked line has number if it's in range. So how do I know if the line is in this range? Heap line 1 to line 2 and column 1 and 2. We have here only the command. Oh, line number according to old situation. So we wouldn't know the old line number. And we would need to know first marked. Let's just copy this. Right, because this does not change on each iteration here, right? So this one, line 1 is static. To here, line 2 also, column 1 and column 2 also do not change. Oh, the line number changes here. So the output here is different. So I would actually need to know line 1 and line 2 here, the range. Got interrupted, so not get interrupted and done. Set marked and done plus. Else if and done is 0, so we didn't mark any lines, right? Then this is done, else we have some lines in there marked, and we execute this global exe. I think if we can somehow get this information out, should I pass it here? Always. So here I would need to know the range. So let's just put it in here. Online. Marked. Okay, let's find out if everywhere where we do the global exe command, we actually have this heap parameter. Yes, so maybe we can just pass it then instead of the properties. So let's see if we go back here, this like this. So we could pass here directly this. All right. And do this like that. Just for now that I don't have to rewrite everything here. Later on we can replace them maybe. So like this. And we could decide up, not this. Put this decision here also. Instead of doing it at the top. So here, just say, remove this. And here I don't need to change it here. Now search everywhere where you have this. Now should be fine here. Say one, so this is done for one line. Line number, column. Heap. And that's already it. See if the compiler fails. Yeah, for sure. Was my fault. Line number. Here is not defined at that point. So we have to move it below. Like this. At that point we should know column numbers. I mean the line number, and we can then find out if we need to adjust the column numbers that we use, or just get the default ones, 0 and max column. Then pass it here to global exe command, and then we do command line here, right? And then we should hit then the breakpoints that we defined before. So let's go here to the terminal. Kill this one. Try again. So, okay, this is fine. Now we can step in with the debugger. Let's attach debugger. Next, let's see what's in the command line. So there is nothing. Let's see, wait. We have here Why that? Wait. A menu pop-up open in web browser GX. Pop-up open. Wait, do we have the right? Oh, it's the wrong command. Wait. No, I'm confused. Let's redo this. So neovim works with global and Java is range. Yeah, that's fine. So then we attach debugger. The next. A menu pop-up open in web browser GX. Next command line. Why we have this here? How do we get there? This one is unclear to me. Get line is func. Let's just do this here and see. This is false currently. Still false. So next command line is null, which is not true. So we skip this. And if repeating a line in a loop, get a line from lines GA. Current line. If no line given, get an allocated line with f get line. So next command line, we do have something in there, so it's null. No, it's false. Then here we should be jumping here. Command line copy. Make a copy of the command so we can mess with it. And what's next? Command line before. Inside the while for loop. And when the command looks like a while or for, the line is stored because we may need it later when looping. And there is a pipe and another command, it is stored separately because we need to be able to jump back to it from an and while and for. Pass a different fGetLine function to do one command below. Now let's put here a breakpoint. And let's put here a breakpoint. Remove this one. So we go in here. We have a copy of the command. So this was wrong here, so it's not bigger than 0 loop level, or has loop command. It's not a loop command. So we get in here fget line. What's in there? And see what's in the cookie. Okay. Don't know what that is. Did end if false, if count plus plus is 0. We go in here. All output from the commands is put below each other without waiting for return. Don't do this when executing commands from a script or when being called recursively, e.g. for e plus command file. So we do a bunch of stuff here. Recursive plus plus. Do one command. Pop-up open in web browser. Cheeks. Why is that? I really don't get why the command is that's strange here. Oh, so yeah, I guess just there are many commands executed when neovim just starts up and configures the default stuff, right? So to set the breakpoint here is just crazy, I guess. So let's remove them. Graph. Here we go again. Welcome. Welcome back. I'm still working on the same feature because it's kind of a bigger one than I thought. I'm trying to implement the charwise selection feature for neovim, and it has to be implemented for each X command. X is kind of an old editor which Vim also supports, or supports at least the commands from the X editor. Yeah, it sounds complicated, confusing. Yeah, it is if you don't know what it is. Yeah, that's kind of maybe the stream is kind of for a niche of people who really know what's neovim is or vim is and how it works. But I can at least explain. So the thing is, if you use neovim, you have here some commands. Let's say edit and let's say substitute like this. At the bottom you see you can execute different commands. Most of them are X commands, and it is that X function only line-wise. So if you select something and you run an X command, it does not recognize if you just selected this part of the text. It will always run all the commands from line 504 till 508, and always including all columns of these lines, of all these lines. So this kind of counterintuitive if you don't know where it comes from, and that's bothered me for a while, so I just wanted to fix that. It's not a bug, it's just how it was intended to work back then, and also was implemented like X did it back then. It's not a bug, it's a feature, yeah. You get it. Yeah, Nightbot has an eye on you. And there are many X commands for different kind of things. And yeah, they all function like this, that they only recognize lines, whole lines, and not portions of the line. And yeah. Nachtbot. Yep. So this is my test, which currently is failing because yeah, the X command works line-wise now. So this Java selection is not properly implemented now, and this is what I try to fix. And it takes me a while because I'm not the C person, and yeah, just also hard to get into the code. Not because it's badly written or something. I don't think that it is. It's just that you have to understand the stuff. If you see it for the first time and you don't know how it is implemented, you have just, yeah, to go through and understand that bit by bit. So, and yeah, I'm currently trying to find the right place to set the breakpoint so that I don't get all the X commands that we execute, because there are many of them. Just when neovim starts, it executes a bunch of them to configure stuff, as it seems. And I actually don't need to know all of them. I just need to see when a specific one is executed. I think we could use conditional breakpoints. but I'm currently not sure how to write that condition because I'm not sure which command is executed. So when I look here, we just execute the global command. Oh, I guess. Oh, I think we have a delete command then here, right? This should be then delete. And let's just say when this one, no, current command, let's go up here, next command line, here, next command line, let's just write here, breakpoint, let me see, how was this, GB, toggle breakpoint. Let's see how to write a conditional breakpoint with DAP. So let's close. I'm not sure what it is, but Lua kit just stopped working as I would expect it. The follow didn't work. So maybe I just don't understand how it's supposed to work in some situations, but we'll just restart. So we start from a known point here. So we open up Google and just search for neovim DAP conditional breakpoint. Conditional breakpoints are still depending on the line where you place them. Variables can be different scopes and it needs to know which one you're referring to. Toggle breakpoint E equal 5, otherwise gets okay. So wait, but can we just change it? See edit. Okay, this was a wrong one. So here, let's define the breakpoint here. Low. Let's do Lua DAP. Let's require DAP toggle toggle breakpoint. Was it written like this? Toggle breakpoint, and then we define here command line should be equal delete, right? So this means we need to move it like this. Okay. So now we try again and see if the conditional breakpoint will be hit. So here, attach debugger, next, bam. So wait. Why is this? Why is this now a different one? Let's come after this. Strange, it was delete. It was delete before. So, and then I hit next, and it's kind of jumped over it here. So next command line. Current line. I think I have to restart it because it seems like we jumped over it. I'm hitting it again. hit it multiple times. Just don't get where it is used that much. I think it may be because we are currently really in a function which is that low level. That is called just multiple times somewhere beneath the hood here. Oh, and also we should maybe see at which line we currently are. Command line, cocaine flex. Because this command would be executed for each line that is marked, right? And if you see here, so it would be at least executed 3 times for these 3 lines. And then maybe even more if it's used somewhere behind the scenes. Let's add here command line. Same, right? Oh, wait. This is wrong. Oh. Can I remove this? So I just need to do it like this. And then I re-execute it. I think I was setting it always to delete. Could it be? Not sure. So now we attach, move on. It's never hit. So it's never delete. So yeah, then maybe we need to set the breakpoint on some other function from where we execute this function. Right? So this means here, nope, do command line. See where this is called. G, type G, and match, or V and not match. So we can set this breakpoint here and do a breakpoint here. Let's actually do this and see if we can catch exactly that point. Close this. And attach the debugger. Next. Now let's see what's in the command. Actually delete. So I think it's here then. Hopla. Step into. So let's go here. This point now. So okay, command. Let's remove this. We don't need this anymore. So the command line is actually delete now. So maybe it was wrong to compare that step next command line. And we should rather compare command line. So actually this one. But now let's go further. getLine is function. It's false, okay then. So we are here. We do a copy. Next command line. Duplicate. Wait, why this? Next command line. String duplicate next command line. So we replace the pointer, right? So the first one would point just to the command line. But now we create a new string from that string and put it in the next command line. And then we set the pointer to this new string. You. What's with you? Yeah, I just was thinking. But you can help me if you know C and yeah, willing to help me. You can think also through with me. Current line before. So we are here and now what's next? Have getLine. Nothing here. And cookie. No cookie. What do we have in flags? We have two. Don't call, wait, return, and friends. And not recursive. So if we have set do command no wait and it's not recursive, which it should not be here, right? Yeah. Then we should jump directly into this block here. And let's see, message did out. What's this? Did out bool. Does this stands for? Needs to set message did out for the first line after an if. Otherwise the if will be overwritten. This is a different thing, I guess. Definition was used in line. Message out string was used in line. What's out string? Was used at all? Did out message? What's this? Out string. It's used in line. Let's search for it like this. When the command writes a message, don't overwrite the command. So execute command on lines marked with ML set marked. This is where we currently are, and before we do that, we set this global message did out to true. When the command writes a message, what does this mean? Message start. Prepare for outputting characters in the command line. Don't display old messages now. So when we do this kind of stuff and we say global, whatever we selected, delete. Delete, right? Need to rewrite something? No, we just say 5 fewer lines. I didn't jump into here. Oh, it's not here. But this was do command no wait. Then it's only if it's not do command no wait, then it jumps in here. So yeah, this is confusing for me. So we jump over here. Message verbose command. We jump also over this if. And now we are here. Execute one pipe separated command. The one command will return null if there is no trailing pipe. Command line copy can change if for $, hashtags expansion. Next command line. Do one command. So we are now here and we would do this one command. So here, let's mark this with a let's see, what do we have? G. Let's use G, big G for this one. Execute one X command. Skip comment lines and leading space. Handle command modifier. Skip over the range to find the command. Pass the range. Skip over the range to find the command. Parse the range. Parse the command. Pass arguments. Switch on command name. Let's see. We have the command line copy here. Command get line, what's this? Command cookie. There's nothing in there. I think we can delete this one. So in here actually we have this line, column, but in here we say that the line start and line end are in the same line because we do only execute the command for this specific line, right? So we would need to pass in here also columns. Let's see where this one is used. When the last file has not been edited, it has to be typed twice. Void that function call in status line does this. Okay. Reset, browse, confirm, etc. They are restored when returning for recursive calls. Reset, browse, confirm, etc. Restored when returning for recursive calls. Okay. Anything is handled like a comment. Skip comment lines and leading white spaces and columns. Command. Parse command modifier. Skip over the range to find the command. Let p point 2 after it. Skip range. So it skips the first part of the command. A command skip range. So if I understand this correctly, it is reusing the implementation for, let's say, I don't know, stuff like this. Right, and delete or stuff like line 1 to line 3 delete. So if we do the global command like this, g something, right, delete, then it gets the range, iterates over the range, mark all the lines that are matched with this expression, and for each line just executes the line number. Let's say if we are here 2041, right? As a range, and then does the delete on that. And this for each marked line. Find X command, that's my profile command. Not exiting may go to debug mode. If this happens and the quit debug command is used, throw an interrupt exception and skip the next command. Skip do int throw stack parse range specifier of the form address here, where address is one of those things here. Parse range specifier of the form. But at that point, we should not have any address in the command. I think it depends where we come from, because if we execute this one, then we have the global command, right? And we do this delete, but the range is already parsed out. This case here is only if you execute a command directly, like, I don't know, like this 2021, right? And then you do the delete. That's not the case for us currently, which would mean this one, set command press type. Means that we jump over this one. What's here? Okay, then we could at least say here the address type. Let's edit this one. Next command line. T. Okay, now we are done. So we are on the next line, I guess. And if we say EA here, command delete lines, columns are not set. Search for the command. The command is delete here. Skip column. Skip column and white spaces. And parses the command. If this looks like an undefined user command and there are command undefined auto commands defined, trigger the matching auto command. There's arguments. Don't complain about the range if it is not used. Invalid range. Correct range. It's a special handle of faults. Skip to start of argument. Command write, command update. For the make and grab commands, we insert the make program and grab program option here. So things like %sign get expanded, command bang. Append typed wrong. So and then here we are executing the command. name. Call the function to execute the built-in command or the preview callback. So command names, and then so then it means for me actually jump to the G command. Here we have to set the columns. 22 occurrences. Most of them are in comments, as it seems. Only one occurrence, if I saw that correctly. This is this. Can you pass the columns here? We have them somewhere at the top. How do we get the columns here? Command line copy. Flags. C stack. Conditional stack. Command get line. I'm just looking, where do we know at which line we do this command? Quickly. Nothing. Null Schaffer, hi. Welcome to the stream. I'm working on a neovim feature. And yeah, I can explain a little bit. So usually it's like this. If you use Vim or neovim and you select, let's say, this portion here of the text, and you try to execute a command, let's say delete, right? How it's handled is that it always execute the commands on a line basis, so line by line. It does not recognize that you selected only a portion of the first line and a portion of the last line, and in between the whole lines. So if you would do this command that I wrote, delete, you would expect as a user that it deletes only from here, right, till here. But it does not. This is how it works in EX. This is the editor where the most vim and neovim commands came from, and it was always line-wise. So X just works like that. But it's kind of counterintuitive, especially if you're new to Vim and neovim. You're just wondering why it behaves like that. And also if you would have a blockwise selection like this, you would expect also that it just, if you do a delete command on this range, you'd expect that it just deletes this range and not the whole lines, but it does the same also for the blockwise selection. Yeah, and yeah, I'm trying to implement it that it recognizes the subselects here. So initially now for the charwise selection, this one is called charwise selection, and the other one that I showed, this one, is called blockwise selection. And yeah, first I will implement it for the charwise selection and then for the blockwise, because it has to be implemented separately because the logic is different for each of the selections. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, but it's more than I expected, because you have to do it for every X command, which kind of works on lines. There are different kind of commands which do not relate to any line in the buffer, but there are many which do, and therefore there are many commands that we need to adjust so that they are aware of these different selections and handle them properly. And I kind of came far for this, but yeah, just have to do all the other commands also. And also fixing the tests. Just yeah, do the work here. And it's written in C, most of the parts here. And yeah, just need to familiarize myself with the code. But how are you? What are you doing besides of watching the stream? Don't complain about range if it's not used. Could happen if line count is accidentally set to 0. If the range is backwards, ask for confirmation, and if given, swap line 1 and line 2 so it's forwards again. The global command is busy, don't ask. Will fail below. Correct the ranges. And here somewhere I saw before that we execute the command. I'm just wondering here how this works. It seems like it works because we previously moved the cursor on that line where we want to execute the command. Could it be? It's kind of a side effect. It feels like it should be passed just to the command from the top. On which line we want to do this stuff. Parse register and stuff. Let's do this here. Do delete. Here we got the correct lines, but where were they set? ART default file range is this. No, this is not it. correct range. Maybe here. 0 in range not allowed. No, this is only correction. So that's not the right one. Swapping is also not the right one because we don't swap here. Maybe here. Or it's here. Let's see. Let's just delete this one and add EA line 1. Oh. And add EA line 2. And let's move on here. And rerun it again. So that we hit the breakpoint again and we can see where it's actually setting the line numbers and where we got them. The E account pointer is updated to point to the first character following the range spec. If an initial address is found but no second, the upper bound is equal to the lower. So we're here now. Connect the debugger. Jump to the next. And do the command here. So it's actually not set here. Not here either. Not here. Also not here. It's crazy. Where is it? Register also not in there. heap line 1, heap line 2. Crazy. So this could take a while here. I think I just hit always currently the breakpoints on wrong commands, not on the delete command. Yeah, that's it. Just too many of them. So now we are here, and now I should set the breakpoint at the top here. So we're here now. Now we're going. Here we have line 1. Still line 1. And after parse command address. Let's see what's an eep command. Or edit. It's EA command, only delete. How could that be? So it's handled here because we don't have any address. Get address here, right? We say we don't have any defined. It's not this, it's not this, not this, not this. Okay, so it has to be the default one. Absolute line numbers. And get digits. It's max line number. Then it does this part here. This digit, no. And then else. Address type. And do we have here a address type? Parse address range, if any. So I think there is no defined, and then kind of falls back the default ones, which would be here if both of them are max. Then we go over here. Command this. But only implicit, really no address given. Check cursor. So yeah, then it gets the position from the cursor. It's kind of strange, really, to do it in this way. I would expect it to be passed from the outside. So this one has then to be passed. Somehow like this. Say, no, wait, like this. Right. Then it's like this. And here we could set the lines. At least I think. So there are more places where we execute this command. Do command line. Edit. But it seems to me that we could rewrite it so that do command line accepts this e abstract. And on every occurrence here, we just create new one with only the fields set that has to be set, like here. User command. Buffer. First round buffer is not compute length. Allocate buff. Second round copy result into buff. Terminal. Normal. I'm just thinking now if I should start to rewrite this or not. Because I don't want to change too much, because it's hard to review afterwards. It's a big change, and the pull request gets bigger and bigger. It gets harder and harder to review. And then if I start to rewrite it here, it gets even more complicated. Execute command line when it's not null. Wait, maybe I can use this fget line getter. And use fget line to obtain command. Inside a function, use a higher nesting level. GetLine equal. Do execute command. This command arg to be used in edited file. Yeah, let's rewrite it. So we would call this then, oops. Was this called X command something? This. Line and cookie. EA get line and cookie EA cookie, and then EA get line. The same here. Get line and EA cookie. And so next one, EA also get line, EA cookie. Command line, which will be EA command. And here that mean EA get line, EA cookie. How many of the occurrences do we have here? Let's maybe remove this. Easier to review if we do these changes at the top only. We don't change it here. But we do it like this here at the top. And for this one, just say EA cookie. And for the command line, was this something like this? Command line, SEA command. Yeah, kind of. I want to finish this graph. I'm not doing it jeden Tag. And I'm don't doing this for money. But if you like, you can support me and subscribe to the channel. I will get money then. And we'll get millionaire and will chill the whole rest of my life. Yeah, all the get into the Konto. So it runs into the double overflow of my Konto because it's too much to handle for the bank. So like this should work. See if I had, yeah, sure, I forgot to change everywhere else. All this stuff here. So I would create here the line numbers. I mean this X, so like this, EA, right, and then this kind of thing here. Number and line 2. How is it written? Line file number, column 1. So where did we do this previously? Oh, it's written like this with a dot inside it. Okay. So like this. And then with an equal sign. Yes. So this is equal. Then here we have column. And set this to the column 1. Right, and here column 2. Set it to the column 2. And command set it to P. This one. Actually, do it like this. E. Not sure how to write this, to be honest. Command P. Okay, and here it's set to command. And the rest is just EA. but the pointer, right, to the EA. Should be like this. They call you up and say, hey, Slash, Sie haben zu viel Geld in your bank account. You need to open another one. Yeah. Kind of. Or they say you have to go to another bank because all that money is too much for all day accounts that they have. So I need to split between multiple banks so that they can handle that. Yeah. That's it. You got me. Cannot hide anything from you, right, Scruff? You have experience in that, are you? Kind of a detective or something? Yeah, Inspector Scruff. Yeah, that's what I thought. Crazy Scruff. Okay, we have now rewrote this part here. Let's go to the next one here. Just copy maybe this into the A so that we don't have to rewrite it all the time. Blah. And we have here 1 and 1. This was defined before like this. And then we set here the command would be null, like this. And the get line would be this, right? Like this. And this one is actually the cookie. And we should be fine. So the debugger here, a mean 1, 1 here. For now, command line is then command, right? And get next line. This. And for the cookie, not sure what the default is for the cookie, but we will do it like this. Then we should be fine here. Do this. And then go next. What? Label followed declaration. Okay. Don't know what this means now. To command line. So let's call this one. So means command is null. This one is EA getLine. And cookie null. Okay, EX commands def. So actually, for this to work, I need to add it somewhere here. It's already here. The Y. Does this don't work here? I would just then define here a new command. Calling it EA. Right, this would be then the command like this. Line number 1, this also number 1. Then yep, get line is like this, and cookie is eep cookie like this, and then we pass in the pointer. What is neovim used for? Text manipulation, basically. So most of the like word on steroids, yeah. Yeah, Microsoft Word, but on steroids and for Linux mentioned. But neovim can be used also in on Windows. So you could use it instead of Word, but yeah, it does not have this fancy fancy way of showing different fonts. So you can just select one font for the whole text. You cannot switch between different lines. Yeah. Your relationship with Nightbot is complicated. It's complicated. Yeah, you cannot see. Yeah, there are many things that Word can, which neovim doesn't can, but it's just not designed for that. It's just to write text in a yeah, how to say this? It doesn't really care about which font you use. So it's just about writing text. And are you neovim mensch? Did you invent it? No, I'm not invented it. It's actually pretty old. Or to be precise, Vim is old and VI is even older. It's kind of an evolution to say that. Tab open, it's called. Let's see, VI. Editor. So it's an evolution. The first one, not sure if this, yeah. So actually, it's like this. Let's see if we can put it together. Initially, it was X, like you can see it here. I'm not sure if VI was a rewrite of X. Let's see, can we change the language? The portable subset of the behavior of VI and programs based on it, and the X editor language supported within this program is described. So yeah, let's call it like this. It was X, then it was VI, and then it was Vim, which is VI improved or something. I think it was improved. Let's VI like Vim. Yeah, improved. So I remember correctly. And then it was neovim. So random developers work on it. Not random, but there are a handful of core developers and then the big community around it, which yeah, kind of different people contribute to it. No, I'm not the core developer of neovim. Just a random guy that tries to add one feature that he cares about. So command null here, right? Then this heap get line, get list, was list line, like this. Then cookie. And then so next one. Command no. Then we have this thing here, cookie. And EA. This I could even copy. Oh, command action. I go back. Oh no. Command. No. And cookie. So this is already changed. This is command. This is cookie. Hoppla. Get line. Let's copy this into B. Be like this. Do C command this. This one is null. This one is also null. Come on. This. Get x9. And here null. Null, this one also null. Get x9. Null. EA. This one. This is also null. Let's do this a little quick. So then this one is this whole thing. This one is null again. And this one is EA. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. Tomorrow is no firearmed. No firearmed. Full concentration, yeah. But we are nearly finished. This is something that does not work, as it seems. We cannot do it in the case field, as it seems. Yeah, I think I will change that later on. So we have here this one. This is null. This also ups null. This is buff. This is keep get line. Keep cookie. And this one is EA. Yeah, we are through now. Let's see. Let's move this one. Let's try to compile. I think it will fail. You'll be up until 5 AM working on this. Oh, really? No, yeah. No, I will stop. I just want to get it compiled at least. And we are not far from that. Yeah, or maybe we are far from that. So let's just go over here. Where was this? An edit? Yeah, in here. I guess it cannot be defined here in this case. Origins has to be defined somewhere at the top, isn't it? Like this. Expected expression. So I don't know why it does not work, but yeah, we will find it out eventually. So this can be directly given like this. Let's call this maybe something like this. More meaningful. Yeah, the rest I have to figure out in the next stream. This is a lot of work. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and yeah, you're right. I really like neovim. If I wouldn't do that much work. Yeah, kind of. But there are many more people that do much more work for it. And everyone can use it for free. It's kind of how open source works. Yeah, I will leave now. So, Scruff, I will see you in the next stream. And yeah, chat. See you. Bye bye. See you.